Hi, welcome back to the show. An update on perhaps one of the most bizarre stories in the history of Wall Street. I honestly believe that I can use that characterization without being too hyperbolic. Truly, SAC Capital, which is one of the biggest, most successful hedge fund firms in the world, basically being accused of trying to force one of their traders to ingest female hormones. The accused arguing that he was subject to a campaign of so-called forced feminization.
What?
I don't know. Charlie Gasparino has the headlines. What's going on here, Charles?
I just saw a guy's face. Does he not believe
that's
that
everybody's face that's watching this show right now? That's not just he represents every viewer of Fast Money.
He's every viewer,
yes.
every man. Well, I mean, here's the deal. This case, as you know, was very sensational. We broke the story originally when it was sealed. And it involved a former SEC trader, a guy named Andrew Tong, who said he was essentially forced to ingest female hormones as a condition to take his job by his boss, who was then a very top trader at SEC Capital, a guy named Ping Zhang. Zhang has since left. Tong has obviously left. Today, the appellate courts heard the case. Tong essentially wants this case to be heard before a jury. SEC wants it to go to arbitration. That's the easy part. The sort of interesting part is the sort of details that came out in the case about his case, which is now obviously unsealed. And those details involve the following. Essentially, Tong's lawyer, a guy named Jerry Philippouse, a pretty prominent employment attorney, essentially said that Tong signed that arbitration agreement under duress. He basically was offered a $1 million job, which never came true. And as part of that, he signed the agreement. If he signed the agreement, he would have to engage in something called a campaign of forced feminization, where he was forced to wear women's clothing. After he signed it, he moved from his old job, I believe it was in Wisconsin, moved to New York. And what Tong says is this: that's when the forced feminization essentially escalated, where he was told and forced to ingest female hormones. And the second part of it was essentially that he was sexually abused. I will not use the exact wording that was said in court, because even in court it was pretty vivid. SEC countered that it was untrue. One of the sort of interesting things here is that Tong, say what you want to say about it, you might think that these are fanciful charges, signed 4 statements, sworn statements that this is true. He might be lying, but he'd be crazy to be lying 4 times. I'm not saying he's telling the truth. I'm just saying that he really has put himself on the line here. This is a case that was before the appellate division. They will come back, I believe, in the next couple months to decide whether it should go to arbitration or it should go to the courts. If it goes into the courts, you'll get even more details on this great case. How's that?
And what I'm saying is one of the most bizarre, unusual, and horrific tales. I mean, that's just
if it's true. If it's true,
it's terrible. Anyway, I mean, you get your, forget about it. Anyway, we're going to take a break. We're back here right after this.